Welcome guys for a short video where I will present you how the plate carrier LT025 5th generation is being assembled. So what we see here on the table is what you will get if you order one. And of course, there's a user manual which will show you and explain it to you how you must assemble it. It is in German, so you either use a translation program if you're not German, or you just have a look at my video. So we've got a front plate bag. It is already coming with the panel. The panel is only attached, so it will don't fall out, but of course you will take these 4 fingers, put them first through the webbing here and all the way through, and then attach the Velcro. So this you will do with all 4 fingers behind the webbing. Now your front plate bag is already ready for action. Now we take the rear plate bag. First of all, you will take the rear part of the shoulder straps. You will see here a small suit-on funnel for the cable. For the cable you need the long one with the thin handle, and now you can decide where do you want your emergency drop-off function. On your left hand side or on your right hand side. Always dependent what you prefer, where your weapon is and what's your strong hand. So I will show you in this example on the left hand side, so I can pull it more easily with my right hand side. You take this cable, push it through the funnel all the way through. Of course, you will still attach this part to the shoulder strap of the front plate bag side. And now we take these 2 rear parts of the shoulder strap and push it into this opening where it will enter. It is the only opening you will see on the upper side. So we've got here a recovery strap, but here are the 2 openings and they are the only ones which you can use for this. So you push in the cable through there as well, and then the length all the way in until you see here only the plastic buckle is still being seen. If we open now this one, you see here the 2 shoulder straps which we just have put in with the black loopholes, and we see here another 2. So you will easily see these fit only over the above, not the lower one. So for this one we need then a kind of loop which is provided in this small plastic bag. You will have 2 loops with a metal piece and 2 loops without a metal piece. You take now the one with the metal piece and push the upper part of it from below to the upper side out, so that the metal part of the loop is holding the loop in place, as you see here. And now you can take the one which is on the lower side first, of course, and then the upper side. So lower side first. It doesn't matter, of course, which is the one on the lower side, which is the one on the upper side, and pull it through. Now you've got the loop pushed through, and to keep it in place, you take the cable which we just put in through above here, push it through the loop and just push it all the way through. So you see, you've got a lot of cable here. It could be even too long, so if you are setting yourself up together with the waist belt, it's even possible to just take a plier and just cut it off. So next part, waist belt. So a waist belt, you see you've got the back part with the loopholes and the frontal part with the Velcro. Then you've got on the top side opening for the soft ballistic, as seen here. You can push it in like this, and now you see, okay, that's your upper part. So upper part is of course upside of the plate carrier. So we push it through here, and now depending on the size which you need for your circumference, you can choose what kind of loophole you need for your circumference size. And they will of course go now through the loophole which is on the lower side. So on the lower side we will take the loopholes which has no metal piece. Why? Because we not only attach an emergency release system to it, we've got the, for medical reasons, if you do a blood swipe, etc., you can just pull out the lower one, which will release then only the waist belt, and which can be then used for easier access for your body scan and blood sweep. So you take this one, you've got here on the opening on the lower side, just under the Velcro strap, push it through this funnel, and now you can take this loop, push it through the cable on one side, doesn't matter which, they are both identical, and now we push it together with the cable into the underside of it, and now push the orange loop again out to the upper side, like this. The cable here, as seen as well, is a little bit longer, so there is more adjustment length. It must be pushed through all the way in. If you feel it doesn't go in anymore, you must check on the upper side, one side. So if you're having a look like this on the left hand side, there is an opening, so you just push the cable to this side of the opening and push the cable all the way in, so that the handle is firmly attached like this to the lower side, ready in place. And now again, I take now the biggest setting of the waist belt, push it through the loop, and attach this one to the emergency release cable coming from the shoulder straps. You see here, and you see you've got an extra length here. You can tuck it away, for example, in this small funnel here. You just make an extra loop, and there you go, right? Like this. And now you can close it, of course, but you still have these two extra, which were also delivered. These you can put into this small little pouch here, which is on the rear flap. So that once you are out in the field and somehow in an emergency situation you release it and the small loop is missing, you can still have access to another loop which is then in this panel. Now to assemble the rear part together with the front part, very easy. You take the shoulder straps of the frontal side, push them through the plastic buckle. Here again you can have different sizes of the plate carrier as such, how long the front part should be and the back part should be. So I will do it now in one of the longest settings, right? And that's exactly where the cable is also now attached. So we've got this small funnel type which is moving around, not like this, because then you will interfere with other equipment, with your backpack, etc. It will not be as good as when you put it underneath and inside of your shoulder strap like this. That's much better. It stays in position where it should be, so normally you don't have to remove them. And your cable you can now push even further in and attach it to the shoulder strap where you need it most. I would always push it all the way in so that I've got one side also underneath the shoulder strap and the other attached on top. And if I don't like it here, I can even put it also underneath the shoulder strap. So as you see here, we've got the plate bags attached to each other. So now we've got a complete plate carrier. You also get comfort elements. So one pair of these, you can either attach them to the back side or to your front side, doesn't matter. So you only push it on top of the Velcro. You can push it also further up, and that's for a better air circulation if you are operating in a hotter environment. Alright guys, that was it from the setup of the LT025 5th generation. Stay tuned for the next videos.